Hello and welcome to Take This TV, the television book club podcast where each week we watch an episode or two of our favorite shows and we talk about them with our friends in the fandom. I'm Carmen and I'm joined as always by the amazing Kimberly Woods. Hello.
Hello, hot potatoes.
And this season we are watching Dark Matter.
And today we're on episode 6. It's called Superposition. The Apple description: Daniela suspects something's not right with her husband. Jason and Amanda grow closer.
If you haven't seen this week's episode, be sure to go watch it and come back because there will be spoilers.
Ooh, the will they won't they tension has been elevated in this episode.
Oh my gosh. Look, I'm kind of like on the Jason Amanda ship now. What did you think?
Oh, it was good. It was so good. I love the physical closeness and the line about, like, I don't want you to go over there. I need you to, like, go in the next bed because I won't be able to contain myself.
Just the passion is taking over. Yeah.
So that was so good. I need more of that.
I mean, they definitely have a lot of chemistry. And while Amanda and good Jason are growing closer, evil Jason continues taking the L's.
Evil Jason just will not be satisfied no matter where he is, no matter what he has with his, like, greedy perspective.
Yes.
I can't believe he sought Amanda out in this universe, who's, a psychologist, makes an appointment and starts to put some sleazy moves on her.
Yeah, he was being so inappropriate during his sessions with Amanda.
You like big romantic gestures, don't you?
Yeah, like you like that. I was just like, oh my gosh, this man is a predator.
You're married?
Right. I mean, it kind of looked like she was into it, and I was like, no, like what? Oh my gosh. We also see Daniela getting advice from this world's version of
Blair.
Blair.
Yeah.
Thank you. I almost said Bree. I don't know why. But this world's version of Blair was like, follow Jason and find out what's going on.
Yeah.
When she said that, I was like,
so good.
Oh no, Daniela's gonna die.
Can I also say, like, I love all the actors and the different versions of themselves they play in the different alternate worlds. And in this episode in particular, too, like, Blair's character was amazing. Like, last episode when we saw the cracked version of her and then, like, this version are so different. And then Jason's sleazy versions of himself and the, like, innocent sad boy versions. But there's one instance, like, when we were watching, we got lost between, like, is this the innocent Jason or is this sleazy Jason when he was trying to hit on Daniela, blonde Daniela, in the art gallery, because it was, like, crossing into this, like, oh, is he trying to be sleazy, but he's kind of being awkward and flirty about it?
Oof. It was rough.
It's weird.
It was really awkward, yeah.
It was really well played, though, because it's like, okay, I can see this, like, common core that we kind of, like, touch upon in this episode where it's like, you can see where that comes from in each of them, so that was interesting that they played with that.
Yeah, the like, differences between the two Jasons as time goes on are starting to get less and less. Because we see our Jason, good Jason, starting to, like, crack under the pressure a little bit.
Yeah. And also, like, he finds himself watching different versions of himself and versions of Danielle and being like, okay, see how other Jason did this and why he, how he could get obsessed and, like, what he did with me and where this could go. And it's like, oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this brings me to my theory that I just came up with watching this episode.
So excited.
Okay. Because we were talking about how is this season going to end or whatever, if there's going to be more seasons of the show or whatever. So my theory is that good Jason and evil Jason are the same Jason. So evil Jason is good Jason, just from further along in the timeline. Because they've been talking about superposition of, like, being in multiple places at once. But then I was like, what about time? And, like, what about, like, the idea of every time they open a door, they're kind of split off? And as we kind of see good Jason start to crack under the pressure a little bit and being like, I understand why other Jason would do all this stuff. And then him and Amanda growing closer and her being like, we have to try something different because our current plan isn't working. Like, what if they find a world that is kind of mostly like normal or whatever, and then they build up the company that they ran in, that evil Jason was running, and that's his whole reason for wanting to build the box to get back to Daniela.
No.
Yeah, because I was like, what if like just over that, and that's why he's with Amanda in that timeline, and it's like, well, Amanda's like, is this his girlfriend? Because we were trying to figure out what's Amanda's like personality or whatever, and it's like we're seeing Amanda's backstory as she's traveling with Jason, and I feel like this season's gonna end with them finishing the box at the corporation. And then with Blair going into the box and then Jason going into the box to try to get back home.
What?
Yeah.
No.
So that's my theory. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I was just like, man, what if it's like he starts off all nerdy and awkward and innocent and then he just gets like corrupted over time? So.
But then I feel like it takes away from the branching narrative of like, this is the point in time when these two split. Like, I like that story about, like, those choices from then on, how they shape these two different people. And even though at the core, somebody's the same. Like Amanda was talking about, like, the environmental changes and the choices kind of shape what the personality becomes. So if it's all just him, then I feel like it takes away from that story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope
That's interesting.
I hope that it's not that, but that was the feeling I got of like it's going that way.
But what do you think? So that's what you think they're going to do when she's talking about trying something different? Because I also feel like so far, I feel like they should be getting what it takes to like travel through the box. But we've seen him just write down the superficial stuff like red neon sign. Okay, this length hair. And Amanda was telling him it needs to be more emotional, and they haven't seemed to connect that yet, like the emotional with the physical. And still, like we were talking about the birthday story, that really important like moment in time, they need to pick like a visceral, emotional date that's connected with all the things and write it down and do a big ritual before they cast their teleportation spell. Like, get it all lined up.
They need to be, like, in sync.
Yes.
Well, that also was, like, another thing that helped me inspire this theory is, like, evil Jason tells Ryan that he's done this over 100 times.
Poor
Ryan. And it's like, the little capsule boxes only contain 50 capsules. And before he went after Blair, he had never gone before. Well, at least so we think, right? And so I was like, well, if he only had 50 capsules, and if that was the first time he had went, then how could he have gone over 100 times? So I feel like that's not the first time that he went. And
what do you mean? Before he got to the place he is?
I think that, like, evil Jason's timeline,
yeah,
when Blair went first and then evil Jason went after her, I feel like it would make sense for evil Jason and good Jason to be the same. Because if they are the same, then by that point in time, he would have gone over 100 times. And that's how he figured out how to use the box so well. Because it's like he's been lost all this time with Amanda. They're like going around.
I'm not going over there that they're the same. I do think evil Jason has traveled. I do think evil Jason has traveled a lot and mastered the art of the box.
Yeah, he's a box pilot professional now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Can we talk about poor Ryan though?
Oh man, Ryan! Every time we see Ryan interact with evil Jason, he's taking the L.
It gets messed up. He gets no credit. Here he was like working so hard to like try to develop this molecule, and then he sees evil Jason having it and being like, well, how did you get it? How did you like solve this thing? And it's like, buddy, it's your work. It's your work from a different time.
Yeah, Jason's like, I'll just show you. So like, for all of you out there who used to watch The Walking Dead, this felt like a real like Carol telling the one kid to look at the flowers moment, where like Ryan's looking out at this beautiful vision of Chicago and like Aurora Borealis is all over the city. And as we were watching it, I was like, oh, Jason's going to shoot him in the back of the head or something. But he just leaves him there, which I feel like maybe Ryan could just... Well, I guess his formula was incorrect. So Jason's not concerned about him building it or creating it himself and getting back.
Yeah. And also, can we talk about how nice and sweet and, like, good his formula, like, the good it was supposed to do about, like, curing people's phobias and helping with pain. Like, that's what Ryan wanted to do with his molecule.
Yeah.
Evil Jason screwed it up.
Man. Yeah.
I knew from the moment he was stepping in that box, I was like, do not follow him. You're gonna get killed. You're gonna get left behind. What are you doing? Would you just, like, inject yourself with something out of scientific curiosity if your, friend was like, here I go.
I mean,
trust me.
Daniela told him that she feels like Jason has a drug problem. And so, like, he takes you to this abandoned building and there's this weird box in there and he's like, hey, take these drugs or whatever. I feel like probably not. I feel like I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
But it's been funny to see, like, both Leighton and then now Ryan be like, okay.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Let's see. Science.
I guess it shows how much these people trusted good Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how curious they are.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Would you have done it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really, 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 really have to trust that person, like, yeah, with everything. So I'm a little risk averse, so probably not.
I mean, at that point, it'd be a big risk.
Yeah.
Is this... Oh, this is also the episode where Charlie has a reaction to the peanuts, which you called last time.
I called it.
Yeah.
I didn't say it during the actual podcast last time, but I knew it. I was like, oh, this is going to come back into play. And sure enough,
man,
he brought him the ice cream with the peanuts in it, and yeah.
I mean, like, that was really what set Daniela over the edge. I feel like not knowing your kids, like, allergy is like a big red flag. But I mean, I guess most people wouldn't be like, oh, my husband is from another reality. So
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty out there. But.
I thought it was horrible that he said to Daniela, too, like, I guess you're not who I thought you were.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's messed up.
So rude, yeah.
So, we'll see what happens next.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm loving this show.
Me too. Hopefully the tension between, Amanda and Jason will just keep growing and
Pillow.
And Pillow, and then he'll be torn, and what will he do?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. So we're at Take This TV on Instagram and TikTok. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review. It helps us grow. Let us know your thoughts. And remember, it's dangerous to watch TV alone.